what you know. So let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light. I see that look in your eye now, baby girl, don't lie. Don't you say you never done this before? Well, darling, can't you see what you done to me? And I ain't gonna hide the way I feel no more. So let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light. Let's roll. Let's roll all night. We gonna roll until the morning light.
So proudly we hailed, and at twilight's last gleam was blood sparks and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Good evening and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Good evening and welcome. I had to hear myself, make sure it sounds all right. But we got the Bluegrass Xfinity series here tonight here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, and I'm joined along beside BJ Duvall. BJ, go ahead and tell us what's going to line up for us tonight.
Well, rolling in here to tonight, our stage break is going to be on lap 50, 125 total laps. Top 5 drivers coming in tonight. It's going to be the 31 of Blake Hensley leading the points, followed by Jim Ott, Sean Kostritza in 3rd, Jeremiah Hobbs, and Jordan Slater, the top 5 going into tonight.
All right, 125 laps. The windmill, 125. And last night, the truck series, it was pretty exciting. We had wrecks going on before we even took the green flag. We had 2 big parking lot pile-ups, BJ, and a wild finish, that's for sure. As we're fixing to go qualifying here. 125 laps. And when's the stage break, BJ?
Stage break is on lap number 50.
All right, we got a couple of side-by-side drivers here with us tonight. We've got Adam Lancaster joining the booth in the 17. Blake Hensley's back with us tonight. And Scott Fritz, as he's looking like he's a little missing in action there. And then we have our side-by-side going on right now. All right, qualifying, or practice is over. We're fixing to go qualifying here. As we got the side-by-sides up, and we'll see what transpires. First onto the track, the racing surface. Let's see here. Well, he just went away really quick. So first onto the racing surface on the left-hand side of the screen, in car number 30 from Burlington, Connecticut, it's Alex Penn. Alex Penn in the 30. And on your right side of the screen, you can tell I'm getting old and blind, BJ.
Jeremiah Hobbs out of Brighton, Colorado. It's all good, Steve. We got you.
I'm going to need extra large print by the end of the night. As those two are on the track, we got several more on the track. Calvin Jory there in the 43. Scott Harris, Sean Kostritza, Jeremiah Hobbs, as you see on the right-hand side of the screen. Jordan Slater, Adam Lancaster, Robert Malikian, Jim Alt, and Justin Winters, all on the racing surface to put down a time. Alex Penn goes top charts with a 32.37. On the track right there, you see on your screen on the left-hand side, in car number 12, it's Robbie Richards. Robbie Richards in the 12 machine. He's slightly dangerous. Robert Malikian goes second quick with Lancaster third. Alex Penn still top the charts, BJ.
And Malikian on the right-hand side of your screen out of Fairfax right now. Good job by Alex Penn. Second lap is going to be quicker. Drops it down to a 32.25. Jeremiah Hobbs times in nice and slow out here, just trying to stay at the back by the looks of it. He runs a 45-second lap. He's just looking to take it easy and start off the back and work his way forward here tonight. Robbie Richards on your left-hand side of the screen.
Richards goes 7th quick for his first lap. There is the 7 from Henderson, Kentucky, Justin Winters. Oh, look at Jim Alt goes to the top of the chart with a 32.17. 32.17 for Jim Alt. Robert Malikian, Jordan Slater, Sean Kostritza, your top 4. Justin Winters in that 5th spot. Coming out next onto the racing surface at car number 24 from Chico, California is Brandon Broadfoot. Brandon Broadfoot in a 24 on the left-hand side of the screen.
Over on the right-hand side of your screen, Out of Carlton, Missouri, it is Jason Ayerson. And, Steve, just looking at the times, this is actually really interesting to look at. Jim Ott, Robert Malikian, 1 and 2, they have a 32.17 time. Then from Jordan Slater all the way down to Justin Winters, all of those drivers all timed in at a 32.19. So time's extremely close out here tonight.
Definitely it is. As you see, Brandon Broadfoot, he will go 8th quick on the board. Making the next person making his way onto the racing surface. And car number 2. It's Bobby Mays. Bobby Mays in car number 2 on the left-hand side of your screen.
Jason Ayerson will slide in there in that 3rd quick, matching that 32.19 time that several drivers behind him have timed in with.
Bobby Mays here coming to put down his first lap. Let's see how he does. Bobby Mays goes 13th quick on the board. Next driver making his way onto the racing surface in car number 3. It's Radbird Shutters. Radbird Shutters in car number 3.
Fortunately, there we go. There's another one on the right-hand side of your screen out of Sacramento, California. 48 of Mo Abbott. Top 5 right now, Bobby Mays up at quick time after his second lap with a 32.15. Jim Ott, second. Robert Malikian, Jason Ayerson, and Jordan Slater sits as your top 5 right now at the moment.
Radbird Shutters goes 14th quick into number 3 machine for his first lap. 14th quick for Radbird Shutters. That number 3 machine ran to number 44 last season, was really strong. Look at Mo Abbott. He goes 14th quick, dropping Shutters down to 15th. Had a lot of good runs, BJ, last season. A lot of poles. Just didn't have the finishes that he would have wanted. And Radbird Shutters goes quick time with a 32.14. Next,
looking good out there once again for that number 3 car.
Definitely it is. And next onto the racing surface on the left-hand side, car number 72 from Fernley, Nevada. It's Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson in the 72. Shutters, Mays, Ott, Malikian, and Ayerson, your top 5. You got Slater, Kostritza, Richards, Winters, your top 10. As Silvers goes 3rd quick.
Over on your right-hand side, you got out of Chattanooga, Tennessee, Kyle Mays. Out there on his first lap. Or no, he's still on his out lap, I believe. No, that is his first lap. Okay. Just running the high side, trying to build up speed. You'll see it a lot from these drivers. That's why the first lap is considerably slower. Drivers running the high side like you'd see at Daytona, trying to build up as much speed momentum as they can to go into lap number 2. These guys are running wide open out here on this new configuration. Track is extremely high banked, 26 degrees, extremely fast. These guys are just out here running at a 1.5 mile super speedway, essentially.
Well, you look at Shutters, Fritz, and Mays, all timed in the same identical lap time, BJ, the top 3. As Iverson goes 20th.
And for anybody out there watching that's a little bit curious, as Kyle Mays finishes his second lap, he will go to the top of the charts once again. If anybody's a little bit curious, over on the right-hand side of your screen, I can actually make it so they can see just how iRacing decides who goes to the top of the charts when the times show up the same for us. So if I go here, you see right there, even though it'll show the same for us, you see Kyle Mays has a 32.140, Tony Iverson 32.142. So there's a third number that iRacing counts, and sometimes even a fourth number that iRacing doesn't show that depicts how the drivers are placed when they run what appears to us to be an identical time. So that is where the difference comes in for those guys. But time's extremely close. Whoop, and I just click buttons all the way around for all of these guys.
Well, 26 drivers have timed in here so far tonight as Kyle Mays at the top of the chart in that 55 machine. Chattanooga, Tennessee, doing a good job. Bridges, Boyd, Ray, Diltz, Gentle, Merriman, Carr, Twitty, DeRocco, Carr, Hackney, Gilbert, Chapman, O'Shell have not qualified yet. So, with 40 seconds left, I doubt they will.
That makes us 42 drivers on the dock for tonight. Nice full field. Xfinity really holding up well this season.
Well, old school diecast. Wish you Justin Winters good luck tonight. So, Justin, you're tuning in, which you shouldn't. You should be racing.
I mean, he can place in the background. That would be awesome too.
All right, qualifying is over here tonight. And Mays will start tonight's poll. Kyle Mays in the 55 machine. And ladies and gentlemen, here is tonight's Windmill 125 starting lineup. Let me get to the right screen there. You don't want to play the national anthem. There we go. On the pole in the Mays Racing car number 55 is Kyle Mays. And to his outside, the high side Hustler Motorsports car number 72, Tony Iverson.
Row number 2 to the inside, Cornerstone Motorsports number 3, Radburn Shutters. To his outside, T.E. Berry Motorsports 01, Scott Fritz.
Row number 3 to the inside is Bobby Mays in the 2. And to his outside, the Cornerstone Motorsports car number 33, James Silvers.
Row number 4 to the inside, J3 Motorsports number 1. It's second in points right now. It's Jim Ott. To his outside, Elevated Esports number 22, Robert Malikian.
And row number 5 to the inside, YNH Motorsports car number 31, Blake Hensley. To his outside, JB Motorsports car number 74, Jason Harrison.
Row number 6 to the inside for Aerokinetics. It's the 92 of Jordan Slater. To his outside, World of Thunder Racing number 46, Sean Kastritza.
In row number 7 to the inside, he hails out Carolina. And car number 12, the World of Thunder Racing. It's Robbie Richards. To his outside, the Cornerstone Motorsports car number 77, Tyler Evans.
Row number 8 to the inside for Elite. It's the number 7 of Justin Winters. To his outside, it's his teammate, the 17 of Adam Lancaster.
Row number 9 to the inside is the 979 Racing. Car number 24, Brandon Broadfoot. To his outside, the Cornerstone Motorsports car number 30, it's Alex Penn.
Row number 10 to the row number 10 to the inside for Aerokinetics. It's the 04 of Scott Harrod. To his outside, the number 6 of Nathan Mascroft.
Row number 11 to the inside, the Color Teal Racing. Car number 48, Mo Abbott. To his outside from the Midwest. And car number 80 is Drew Pro.
Row number 12 to the inside from Mays Mafia. It's the 42 of Todd Mays. To his outside, Aerokinetics number 43, Kalman Gary Giori. Yeah, that one.
Row number 13 to the inside, Empire Motorsports car number 18, Michael Robinson. To his outside, his teammate, Jeremiah Hobbs in 19.
Row number 14 to the inside in the 44. It's going to be Brad Gemhart. Line up to his outside, Weaponized Motorsports number 38, Justin Ray.
In row number 15 to be Ryan Chapman, and 11 to his outside, the Team Birdie Racing car number 28, Alex Carr.
Row number 16 to the inside, Team Birdie Racing number 25, Greg Carr. To his outside, High Side Hustlers number 34, Jason Bridges.
Row number 17 to the inside. Cornerstone Motorsports car number 69, Keith Hackney to his outside. And a Flex Motorsports car number 4, Alan DeRonco.
Row number 18 to the inside from the Plains. It's the 10 of Darius Boyd. To his outside, high side hustlers. Number 29 is Travis Twitty.
Rolling off 37th tonight in the Hells out of Mid-South. Car number 54, it's Brian O'Shell to his outside. The Elevated Outdoors. Car number 21, Justin Diltz.
And row number 20 to the inside, Eric Connects, number 88, Chuck Gentile. To his outside, Fast Motorsports, number 9, Bryce Hunter. Rounding out your 41-car field, it's going to be Weaponized Motorsports, number 5, Dylan Merriam. And Merriam will not take the starting grid here tonight.
Well, BJ, we made it. We made it. We did not have a wreck like we did last night before coming to the green.
We did indeed make it.
That was the goal. I thought they were all going to wipe out before we even left pit road tonight. I mean, just how it was trending last night. That surely should have left off, but they're proven wrong.
They're showing that they're racing a series higher than the truck series for a reason already.
His lights are on the pace car driver Nick Leonard, bringing them down the back straightaway there as they head into turn number 3. Barney, the iRacing flagman, has the green flag in his right hand to yank it wildly when they come out turn number 4 to the start zone. You're watching the Bluegrass Xfinity Series, the Windmill 125, live on Ultimate Dirt TV, Facebook, and YouTube, and simulcast live on Bluegrass, Facebook, and YouTube, and DirtFed.com. And here we go, coming to the green flag. Green flag is out, the 55 of Kyle Mays. A good start for him. He's out front of the start-finish line. You look at Radbird's shutters right there and on the outside. Tony Iverson to the 72. So the outside line did not have a good start, as Radbird's shutters has now cleared the 72 machine. Scott Fritz having a little bit of a connection issue going on. You look at the 2, pull down to the inside, going to allow people to pass as Bobby Mays. Looks like a lot of people watched last night, and they don't want to be a part of the melee.
Nah, it seemed like last night the trend was you didn't want to be inside the top 5. It seemed like that's where the majority of the wrecks came from, was upside the top 5. Not a place you want to be if the trend continues. So he does drop back. He's going to take it nice and easy throughout the race. Tony Iverson of the race lead. He's going to look to come down in front of Kyle Mays. And he does. Good move for Tony Iverson. You know, thinking back on that initial start of the race, Kyle Mays actually, I think he got really lucky that Radburn Shutters was able to time that start with him and go right along with him and keep on his back bumper. A lot of times when you get a good start like that, you end up out there all by yourself. Over the right-hand side, the second producer will stop slacking and get us a little bit further back throughout the field. There we go. As drivers starting to single file out a little bit there on the bottom side. You see the top 2 drivers, and as I say, that Kyle Mays goes back to the high side up in front of Scott Fritz. Hoping Scott Fritz gives him the push. Now he's just throwing the block. He's going to look to do the Dale Earnhardt Jr. move here, Steve. He wants to keep everybody behind him.
He does. He's doing a good job here, leading lap number 3. As 3 are in the books as we're on lap number 4. Kyle Mays, your race leader, as they're battling side by side. The 0-1 to the 72 of Tony Iverson. Iverson's had some good runs, but a lot of heartbreaks. Could tonight be the night that changes for him? As right now he's running in that second spot, as we take a look to Adam Lancaster right now. You should look at Adam Lancaster, currently running 24th on the chart. Right there in the 17 machine. He looks nice and calm there.
Staying relaxed, no reason to get excited here early on in the race. We look on the way now with Blake Hensley in the 31. He's up there in the front pack. He's looking nice and calm as well. Gotta stay relaxed, stay easy. Don't push too early in the race. This is super speedway racing. It might say mile and a half. It's super speedway racing. You gotta stay calm out here. You gotta play it smart.
As now we're on board with Scott Fritz, having the UDTV live looking camera right there. As you look, Fritz is battling for the race lead on the outside of Kyle Mays as they're side by side coming out of the turn down the back straightaway. These drivers trying to put on a show for you here tonight. As we're doing pretty good as we're on lap number 6.
Everybody just playing it smart right now, trying to stay smooth. Nobody's really pressing any issues at the moment. We saw Kyle Mays throw the block a little bit up in the front, trying to keep people behind him, but now he's relaxed. He's moved down in front of Tony Iverson. And, you know, Steve, just want to take a sec. It's a good run right now by Tony Iverson right up there inside the top 5.
Definitely it is, as he's side by side with Jim Alt, who's second place in the points, as they're 2 by 2 by 2. Look a little further back in the field. There's the 27th spot. Brad Gebhardt, Bryce Hunter at 14 spots in the 9. Currently running in 26. Bryce Hunter now trying to close in on Todd Mays. He passes Todd Mays. Sean Kostritza just hanging back there in the 46 machine. So he was one of those drivers that went to the back with the start. As you look at the 11 and the 21 right there, that is Ryan Chapman and Justin Diltz. Bryce Hunter looking to the outside of Diltz. That will be the battle for 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Uncontested there. Good job for them. Last night, Drew Perot had to call his parole officer after one wreck, and he's doing a good job right now in that 35th position. But right now, back up front, it's Scott Fritz lead the way on the outside line, but Kyle Mays ain't letting him go too far. See, now he gets back in front of him, coming down to the line, BJ, and it's going to be Fritz leading at the line.
Yeah, it's going to be a trend we're going to see a lot throughout the night. We'll see the outside line carry momentum, carry the speed down the straightaways, while the inside line, they've got the shorter way around the track. So if it gets a good push here, Tony Iverson hanging back from him a little bit, but if you can get a good push here, you'll see him prevail through the turns and push forward. That's where the difference is going to lie. The outside line will hold more speed through the turns, making the turns longer, which is where they'll get all that momentum down the straightaway. So it's going to be a back and forth run throughout the entire night. Right now, Todd Mays now starting to push ahead of Scott Fritz once again. We'll see Scott Fritz on the back straightaway more than likely. We'll pull right back ahead.
As you see them, they're still side by side, 2 by 2, 10 to 12 rows deep. As they're showing out the stars with their cars here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. As you look on the right-hand side of the screen, that's right about mid-pack there.
You got Keith Hackney starting to weave his way through the field, trying to find his way forward. He wants to get those good positions. Didn't qualify here tonight. Looked for a little while like he was just going to sit back and relax, but now he says it's go time. He's ready to pick up, start moving forward. We're just a little over a fifth of the way through stage number 1, the stage break being on lap number 50. So these guys, they still got plenty of time, still enough time for them to, make some strategy calls, get something figured out. They're going to have to pit before the end of the stage. So what do you do? When do you do it? How much fuel can you run? How long can they go?
Well, that's in the air. We seen people last night go around about 28 laps before making a pit stop. As you look at Kyle Bates, looking back to the inside of Scott Fritz, but a lot of people can't even make it that far. Just saw a couple. Some people had to pit early, but still side-by-side racing on lap number 14. So we have set a record for the week, that's for sure. After watching the Truck Series last night, they had fun, but out of 39 drivers, probably less than half the field made it to the checker.
Yeah, it was an extremely, extremely rough night. A lot of hurt feelings last night. And several times throughout the entire night, we see the drivers up on the top 5. You end up getting wrecked out. First one if I remember correctly, the first one was between Alex Healy, Sean Kostritza. Healy dove to the inside, got Sean Kostritza. That was actually for the race lead. A little while later, we saw Wes Wiggin throughout the night hit the apron, got loose, got tagged from behind. Driver had nowhere to go, tagged him in the rear end, sent him on around. He was the race leader. Seemed like the trend was to not be inside the top 5. You wanted to sit back, relax, and find your way up there. No attrition.
That was not where you want to be. Now, at the track cams. We're still green flag racing on lap number 17. Caution free so far. Kyle Mays and Scott Fritz have been balanced side by side as they go into turn number 3. These drivers did one heck of a job. Jim Alt sitting pretty there in that 3rd spot. And Tony Iverson sitting in 4th right now on the inside in that 72 machine. A little further back is Radburn Shutters into 3. He's lost 2 spots at the start of the race, and 2 is outside. You're looking at the 22 of Robert Malikian. Robert Malikian currently running in that 5th spot. Him and Radburn Shutters. And then a little further back is the 31 of Blake Hensley battling with Robbie Richards. Robbie Richards in the 12 machine. And look at Sean Kostritza. He's made his way back up in that 13th spot there after falling all the way to the back. So he's passed some drivers. He's just down 1 spot now from the start of the race. And you look at the 48, that's Mo Abbott. He's up 9 spots and give it up for Nathan Mashcroft in the 6th machine. Currently up 10 spots. But, you know, look at Bryce Hunter. He's up 26, BJ.
Yeah, Bryce Hunter and who was the other one? I'm actually going to go and double check this. Bryce Hunter, Darius Boyd, those 2 drivers actually running on comms tonight, along with Sean Kostritz and Robbie Richards. So those drivers all kind of working together, and you see that effect as Kostritza and Bryce Hunter are still together. We saw Kostritza fall back outside the top 20. Now he's driven his way back forward, and it only took a few laps to do it. All you got to do is play it smart and play it cool. Work with the drivers that you're working with and get things rolling. So 2 teams right there working closely together, playing it smart, showing some good camaraderie, and it's working in their favor right now as they work their way back forward.
Kyle Mays still balanced side by side up front. I mean, side by side racing has to get out a little bit to these drivers. As Fritz now clears Kyle Mays and goes to the inside. Mays falls to the 6th spot. Jim Alt was left up high to dry. As now we're starting to see some defensive modes kicking in, BJ.
Yeah, starting to see drivers, you know, taking shots to get to the line they prefer, get to the line they want to be, and everybody looks like they're starting to migrate to the inside as well. That tells me pit stop's going to be coming soon. I expect them here in right about the next 5 to 8 laps. Seeing these guys coming down pit road with the way that everybody's shuffling down to the inside, you know, you gotta give it up for Jim Ott too. The way he was pushing Scott Fritz lap after lap, right up on his back bumper, doing a fantastic job as a pusher. Right now you see Kyle Mays repeating it once again. Caution, flag is going to fly.
Oh, Sean Kostritza involved. Keith Hackney involved. The 38 involved. And the score time and tower went haywire.
In the parking lot, party has commenced.
Oh, Bryce Hunter involved in the 9. So much action.
A lot of calamity, a lot of damages. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of the night for a lot of these drivers. Sean Kostritza, no front clip, no rear clip.
Oh, that happened right from Mo Abbott and Keith Hackney. Ooh, with all that smoke, you can't even see.
There's cars in there. Ooh, looked right there as though Keith Hackney might have come down from that shot and caught the left rear of Mohammed. Got some wheel hop. Whew.
No
Is everybody
slip.
coming down?
Gone on a couple of these cars.
Heavy damages. That's such a high draft track. Does look as though Keith Hackney come down there. You see him up. Oh, he got loose. Tagged the wall off of turn 2. That's not the way you want your night to go. Down the track.
I want to say Keith Hackney a bill.
Yeah, them damages to the World of Thunder cars get expensive, don't they?
They do. Especially 2 nights in a row. Oh, the 88 involved, the 38 involved. Bryce Hunter. Jordan Slater with damage. Listed as your race leader. Darius Boyd in second.
Everybody came down pit road except for Slater, Boyd, Roll. Everybody else, it looks like everybody went down pit road.
Oh, here comes Slater now coming down pit road. There's Darius Boyd in the 10. He will take over the race lead. The 18 machine. That is Michael Robinson going to get a wave around. As Nick Leonard turns off the lights on the pace vehicle, it's going to be Darius Boyd and Drew Pearl there on your front row. Scott Fritz at row number 2 with Jim Alt. They pitted. But Boyd and Pearl did not, so let's see how tires play it out on this, BJ.
Well, believe it or not, it's not looking like anybody actually took tires. So everybody's going to be on the same tire set. What my question is Boyd and Perot counting on another caution?
Hell yeah.
It's a bit of an interesting call to stay out if these guys are short on fuel to the end of the stage. I mean, we're right smack dab in the middle of it. Best bet is probably going to be to go down pit road, but as lights are out, Boyd chooses the inside. They don't have a chance to pit now.
Yep. Alrighty. It's Nick Leonard leading the field. All right, Nick Leonard brings that pace car down pit road. Boyd and Pearl bringing us to the Geico restart zone.
Green's out.
Green flag is back out here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Making the early lead there is Darius Boyd as they head into turn number 1. Scott Fritz is following right behind him. The 80 of Perot right there, that third spot on the high side. Look at Kyle Bates. He's been strong all night long. Moves up that third spot. We're 3 wide for 4th right now. Everybody's sorted out because that's not going to look pretty. We saw last night 4 wide. Did not work out too well. As Perot goes up against the outside wall there as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. And Boyd's going to get out of the way, allow Scott Fritz to lead that lap as we're on lap number 27. Kyle Bays right there in his hip pocket. There is Jim Ott. Your top 3. There were 2 by 2. Robbie Richards on the outside that 12 machine, battling with the 31 right now, Blake Hensley. As now look at Kyle Bays looking to the inside of Jim Alt. Jim Alt scored second right now momentarily. Come forward, give it to Kyle Bays as they come down the front straightaway into the start-finish line.
The battles continue. This look like it's starting to heat up. Ott into the outside wall. Robbie Richards. Oh, and Richards goes flipping.
Now that's a parking lot.
Ooh, and it all started with Jim Ott getting into the wall. Robbie Richards trying to dodge. all just went downhill from there. Both World of Thunder drivers now with heavy damages on their cars.
As you look right there in the screen, the one makes a little bit of contact with the outside wall there.
And it looks like when Robbie Richards went to lift for him, the nose just dropped on the car and around it started to go. Not the sight you want to see from in-car.
No. And that's the parking lot. As now we look at, let's see here. This driver's a little further up.
Right back there just doing a good job, just slowing down, seeing a wreck. They slowed down, took their time, let it play out, and didn't get involved. Smart move by those guys.
Brad Gebhardt involved, the 43 involved of Galman Jory there. Kyle Mays, your race leader. Scott Fritz, Bradford Shutters, Jim Alt, Nathan Mashcrofter, top 5. Mashcroft up 15 spots. And look at Jason Bridges in the 34, up 25 spots. There's Jim Alt's machine into 1. Currently running in 4th.
Kyle Mays retook the race lead. Twitty Abbott, Coleman Jory, Drew Perot, and Jeremiah Hobbs all on pit road. Tony Iverson, Robbie Richards, Justin Diltz, Bobby Mays, Keith Hackney, all those guys on pit road right now.
There's Travis Twitty in the 29. Haven't said much about him tonight.
It sounds like the 1 of Jim Ott and the 72 of Tony Iverson. Those two drivers will head to the rear for the caution.
Hang on, we're not going green.
All right, they're going to delay the green as they get the drivers lined up here. Kyle Mays will choose the inside for the restart. Scott Fritz to the outside. Tony Iverson down pit road. Its lights are still on the pace vehicle.
They're trying to get things sorted out. James Silvers scored a lap down. They're trying to figure out why and how he got scored a lap down. Determine whether or not he should remain back there, or if they should get things sorted out.
I'm looking at Discord. I'm like, BJ, I'm looking at names, names. I'm like, wow, that's a different group of people together.
Yeah, there's been a few of those that I thought that as I scrolled down through there.
I can tell you this, Robbie Richards is not happy.
No, he is not.
Nick Leonard has the pace car lights off. We're going to let him loose out of turn number 4. Barney, the iRacing flagman, has that green flag in his right hand, ready to get it going as we're on lap number 32. A lot of drivers midway back have some sort of damage on them. I believe last night in trucks there was only maybe 1 or 2 trucks that had nothing on them. Well, I'll take that back. Travis Twitty was the cleanest truck to the last lap, so maybe all of them has some kind of damage, BJ, after the checker flag.
I do think that they did because Lucas Lyons in a 25. I think he might have had a clean truck, maybe.
I don't know if he scathed that that last wreck. I can't remember. So maybe one out of 39 didn't have any contact at all, but green flag's back in the air. Here's the 55 of Kyle Mays bringing the field down. So what is Scott Fritz in that second spot? And look, there's Redbird Shutters in that third position there. Looks to the inside of the 0-1 as they head into turn number 1. Scott Fritz is hung out on the outside. It's going to allow Nathan Mashcroft into 6 to move to his inside and come along right along with him is the 77 of Tyler Evans. Jason Bridges right there in the 34 machine, and there's Blake Hensley. Hensley with some damage now to the right-hand side of that vehicle. And right behind him is Michael Robinson in the 18. That is your top 8. Got Alex Carr in 9th. Darius Boyd currently running in 10th. But Kyle Mays, your race leader, being chased down by Radburn Shutters. Shutters in the 3 machine. Ran to 44 last season. Changed the scenery, trying to get that maybe some good luck rolling his way, as he did not make it to the round of 4 last season. Tough luck for that young man. But Kyle Mays, he's trying to improve it, though. That's for sure. Kyle Mays in the 55.
Is still holding strong on the outside by himself. Surprised to see nobody up there with him, but Scott Fritz, he's still doing a good job hanging on. I would have expected to see him drop back by now, but that side draft is looking strong as he continues to battle side by side for third with Nathan Mascroft. Tyler Evans doing a good job right now with inside the top 5, trying to push Mascroft right now. Scott Fritz has a position for third at the moment, still by himself out there, nobody going with him.
As they come out, turn number 4 down the straightaway there. Mays continues to lead a little further back. You see, there's the 22 of Robert Malikium, currently running at 18th. Scott Hara in the 04, currently running at 19th with damage. Chuck Gentle in the 88 machine. He has missing a front end clip there. Rear end's kind of banged up, and there is Jim Alt, who got sent to the rear, currently running at 24th. And there's Calvin Jory there in the 43 machine. And let's see, Jason Arison in 23rd in the 74. And there's Adam Lancaster sitting right there in that 24th spot. Lancaster. He had some good runs last season. You look at him, he's still calm. He's like, my nerves, I got to keep him down.
He made his way through some of the playoffs last season, just wasn't able to get there when he needed to be at the end of the season. But overall, he had a really good season. Led the points for the majority of the season, if I'm not mistaken, in that number 1 machine last season. Now 17 this season. Just trying to capitalize right now, trying to stay calm, relaxed, have himself another good season, and try to capitalize on it and improve on what occurred last season for him. Sits way back at the moment though, but he's not getting too excited about it. Rides in 25th right now. He's not getting excited about it as we go on board now with Blake Hensley in 31.
Hensley right now running in that 10th spot on the outside. On the inside of him is the 34, Jason Bridges. He's looking Hensley closes up on Mo Abbott in the 48. Abbott had some rear end damage to that vehicle. They come out turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. And Scott Fritz now in the 01. Look at him, he's nice and calm, working out outside the line with Scott Mays. Looks like he might be trusting Mays right now as they come to complete lap number 39 as we're on lap number 40 here. And Atlanta Motor Speedway. You're watching the Bluegrass Xfinity Series live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Simulcast live on the Bluegrass Facebook page and YouTube. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Doesn't cost you a thing. And then go to dirtfan.com and give them a follow. Simulcast live here on dirtfan.com. Like adding the gang over there. They have over 27K followers, BJ. And that's a lot.
Yeah, most definitely is. You know, that's a lot of eyes that it could pull to watch these broadcasts and really help out the leagues, helps out the channel, helps out everybody involved. So everybody's catching up to lap traffic now. Lap cars staying up high, staying quite literally against the wall. Actually, doing a good job letting everybody go. And you know, looking at Scott Fritz in the 01 right now as he continues to battle for that race lead, that just goes to show the difference between running by yourself on the outside, trying to use a side draft to hang on versus having help from behind. As Todd Mays lined up behind him, trying to give him the push, trying to give him what he needs to get up or towards the front. And it's helped Scott out quite a lot. He was battling for that third, battling for that fourth position. There you see the difference. Scott Fritz now up there, contending for the race lead, fighting for second right now.
Radburn Shutter's giving it all he has. If you look on the right-hand side, you see Mo Abbott. It's right there. Mo Abbott in the 48. As Gucci front two. Watch this. We'll go a little further back in the field. How about that?
Okay.
On the left-hand side, you see Michael Robinson. Right there, currently running 12th, Jeremiah Hobbs and Ryan Chapman. Chapman in that 14th spot. There's Darius Boyd running in the top 15. As you look up front there, it looks like they're getting a little antsy, a little dicey a little bit. It looks like lap traffic getting shuffled through the field.
Yeah, lap car, the 43, I believe that was, of Coleman Jury. Going a lap down, dropping back past everybody. It's a dangerous position to be in a three-wide situation, especially through the turns. The way these cars like to push up to the high side on the right-hand side of your screen. You just saw it there from the 77 of Tyler Evans. The cars, they just like to squeeze up the high side. You're carrying a lot of momentum. The turns are pretty tight. The track is narrow. It can get extremely dangerous trying to run three wide, especially through the turns, especially on older tires. And a lot of these drivers still have yet to take tires in this race as we close in on our stage break. Lap 45 of 50 underway right now. 5 laps to go and we hit the stripe to the end of the stage.
Well, you look at that 7 car. That is Justin Winters right now in 22nd, a lap down. Right from him is the 38 machine. Trying to see who the 38 is.
Justin Ray.
All right, Justin Ray right in front of him. As Winters looks to the outside. Go back up front here. With Mays continuing to lead in the 55 machine. Doing a good job. Radburn Shutter still side by side with Scott Fritz. As they come out of the turn right there. Down the back straightaway. There's Nathan Mashcroft having a good run here tonight.
That he most definitely is. You know, Kyle Mays has done a fantastic job riding up front. Sometimes that's where you want to be. You want to be out front. You want to be able to ride. You want to be able to command the field. But one thing about it on these super speedways like this, riding up front, you end up using the most fuel. Everybody behind you, they're going to be on and off the gas a lot more than what you are. You're just about running completely wide open when you're the guy up front. You don't have anybody pulling you. Yeah, you've got somebody pushing you, but you've got to be the fastest car in that line. You got to stay wide open in order to stay up there. So he's using the most amount of fuel, using the most amount of tires. He has the most amount of drag on that number 55 machine. So that is a tough position to be in. It's really all up to driver perspective on what your preference is, whether or not you want to stay up front, what your strategy is. It's going to make a big difference in strategy calls on long green flag runs. Pits have closed for the stage. About a lap and a half to go, and caution flag's going to wave. It's going to end the stage.
Alan DeRonco. Oh, just losing from Jory there. Let's rewind it, see exactly what happens to him. Alan DeRonco's coming. And a coming. Coming out, turn number 4, goes straight to the outside wall. Heavy contact, comes down. In front of the 43. Round he goes.
Slides it all the way to pit road there for Alan DeRonco. Now you see DeRonco going by. Everybody's going to come down pit road here for the stage. I'll be surprised if they don't take 4 tires. Get the fuel in their car, get ready to rock and roll for the rest of this race. When we come back to green, it'll be right about 70 laps to go when we come back to the green.
This is going to be interesting. As we're watching down pit road, see who comes off the pit road first. It's going to be Kyle Bates, Blake Hensley off second. There's Scott Fritz third. Fourth, the Radbird Shutters. And fifth will be Nathan Mashcroft.
It's looking like Mays and Hensley fuel only. Scott Fritz 2 tires. Everybody else 4 tires. Or 4 tires and repairs for the rest of the field. So bold move from Mason Hensley to stay on old tires.
Oh yeah, definitely interesting there. But you know what? You got to try something different if you want to be successful.
That is for sure. Over on the dirt side pit road, your pit stop's not a factor, so but the comparison here is if you see the leader running a line, you can use that line to catch him. But when you get up to him, you gotta find something else that works. You're not gonna beat him by doing the same thing he's doing. So almost the same aspect here, but looking at it from pit road side. You see what everybody else is doing, you gotta do something different to try to make it work.
Yes, you do.
Ooh, there's a different. Kyle Mays is going to choose the outside as the lights go off on the pace card. Not something we've seen yet this week here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Everybody's chose the inside up until now.
Well, you know, maybe he wants to try it out. Like I said, you never know until later on in the race. We might need that outside line, so why not go ahead and see how it runs for you?
Well, as we just said, you got to try something different.
All right, lights are back out as we have completed stage number 1. Kyle Mays winning that stage as we have coming back to green on lap number 53. Down the back straightaway there, Nick Littert, the pace car driver, and Barney the iRacing flagman have turned off the lights on the track and on the pace cars. We're fixing to go back to green flag racing.
So it looks like 73 laps remaining when we go back green.
73 laps. How about that? Nick Littert pulls the pace car down the infield. Builds in the hands of Kyle Mays. Once he hits the Geico restart zone, he can fire anytime. Green flag is out. And a good start for Kyle Mays. Look at Radbird Shutters on the outside. They're caught that inside line is sleeping. Scott Fritz kind of just stuck there in that 4th position in the 0-1 as they go into turn number 1. It's Blake Hensley and Radbird Shutters side by side as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Kyle Mays, your race leader, as Hensley has now cleared. Well, momentarily he cleared the 3 Radbird Shutters. Shutters on the outside there, the first car on the outside, and that number 3 there is Scott Fritz now trying to clear Bradford's shutters. And you got the 92 going a lap down as Jordan Slater. Slater sticking to the outside as they come down to the start-finish line into turn number 1. Slater trying to hold his line. There you see Tyler Evans in the 77. Currently running in that 6th spot there. Doing a good job for him. Oh, Slater into the wall there, trying to keep it away from all the other drivers. Todd Mays in the 42. Currently running in the 8th position of 15 spots. Alex Penn in the 30 machine. Currently running at 9th. And there's Justin Ray. Ray in the 38 on the inside as he has Ryan Chapman directly behind him. As up front is the Kyle Mays show with Blake Hensley right there. He wants to change that. He wants the Blake Hensley show.
Yeah, he most definitely does. It looks like he takes a peek to the inside. Kyle Mays is going to shut the door. You got the outside line. You got 2 teammates hooked up. I think that's what James Sobers was waiting on, was for his teammate of Tyler Evans to get caught up to him. 2 Cornerstone Motorsports drivers. Nose to tail on the outside. That's the position you want to be in. That's where you want to be. You want to push forward from there. Scott Fritz, the inside. Looked like he took a peek there on Blake Hensley. Made a better decision to not stick his nose in there and look at the 3 wide. Stays behind him.
As they head down the back straightaway, look at Radford shutters now. He's getting the push from outside line. He's going to try to close up. He's to the hip pocket of the 55 as they come out of turn number 4. And we're going to send it to the track cam. As they head down the back for lap number 58. This race has been exciting. We've had some good green flag stints, and then we had some wrecks. The whole 9 yards, we have covered it in the 58 laps so far here tonight.
Yeah, but really and truly, if you want to look at the difference between the 2 nights, tonight has been very clean racing compared to what we've seen this week in the Truck Series. So these guys doing a fantastic job out here, proving why they're in the Xfinity Series, not the Truck Series, why they've moved up. As right now continuing to battle 2 by 2 by 2 all throughout the field. Kyle Mays leads the way. The battle right now for second between the 31 of Blake Hensley and the 3 of Radburn Shutters continues as we hit the straps. Blake Hensley scored in that 2nd spot.
We're on board with Radburn Shutters. You can look right there, BJ. This is an interesting view as they come off of turn number 2. Look at Blake Hensley. He has some scrapes on the right-hand side of his car. And look how steep the banking is here.
It's so stinking high when you're going around that turn. It almost looks like you're looking down at the apron at a wall rather than at a flat. You're so used to seeing the cars up on the banking going around the turns. It's just incredible. I don't know if you watched it, but the work that they had to do to keep the pavers up on that banking to pave that was incredible.
Definitely, as you're looking, we're still on the boot cam of the 3 of Radburn Shutters as you're looking right there. Oh, you see the 1. He gave the 31 a little bump in the rump there. Blake Hensley in that 31 machine. As you look as he's trying to close in on the 55. Radford Shutters is. And there is some cars off the pace coming out of turn number 4. What will they do? It looks like he is going to the wall. Stay out of the way.
Looks like that's going to be the 43, I believe, piloted by Coleman Giori. Yes, it is. up here against the wall right now, letting everybody go by. Good heads up decision there. There was no call out to let him know that they were coming. He just paid attention and got up there. A lot to be said about that, Steve.
Definitely a lot to be said. As you look on the right hand side of the screen, that's your lead pack, and you look on the left hand side, you're looking at Robert Malikian currently running on in 14th with Jeremiah Hobbs in 15th. Darius Boyd in 16th. There's Jim Alt. After running up front in 17th after getting sent to the rear for a wreck. A little further up front, you see Ryan Chapman in 11. Right in front of Robert Malikian. Look at the right-hand side of the screen. You see them still battling side by side. That's Kyle Mays and Blake Hensley.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Still, there's caution.
Race
Flag's
way.
going to wave. Lap number 65. Caution flag flies. I don't know about yours, Steve. It's not showing.
Oh, it's going to be Chuck Gentle. Him in the 24 there. As you look to come out turn number 4, let's see what happens. The 24 starts to come down, BJ, and he just gets him. He says, "Tag, you're it."
It looks like he's expecting the driver to go right down against the line, but he just held his line right there. Didn't look like it had any intentions of moving, just staying right in that position, heading into the D shape up on the front straightaway, and this didn't quite work out in his favor.
Well,
Everybody coming down pit road. I'm surprised to see this, Steve. Only a little over 10 laps since, well, okay, there's more laps than I thought it was. 16 laps since they last pitted. A little over 10 since we came back from the stage, though.
as you look first off pit road, who's it going to be?
Blake Hensley.
Radbird
Bye.
Shutters, second.
Just by a hair. And not sure what's going on with Kyle Mays. He spent a little extra time down pit road, it looks like. Trying to look to see if he got tires. It does look as though he took 2 tires for that number 55 machine.
He comes off in that 7th spot. Back onto the track, Chuck Gentle in 7th in the 88 machine. 9th is Mo Abbott, and Kyle Robinson rounds out your top 10. So as Blake Hensley will restart the race as your leader with Radbird Shutters and Scott Fritz right there. Your top 3. Then you got Tyler Evans, Nathan Mashcroft, Chuck Gentle, Kyle Mays, Alex Penn. Look at Chuck Gentle. He's going to allow people to get past him.
I believe he requested the EOL, if I heard him correctly. Requested the EOL, recognizing the damages on his car, not wanting to hold anybody on the up towards the front, not wanting to hold them up. Good, smart decision right there. Respectable decision to drop back on that one. Blake Hensley going to choose the outside as the lights go out on the pace car.
Well, Nick Leonard led most of the laps last night in that pace vehicle in the truck series. Let's see if he can do it again tonight. He's kind of short. Short some laps, so I doubt he'll win tonight's race.
Yeah, a lot of green flag racing here tonight. It's been a good race. So unfortunate for Nick Leonard. It doesn't look like he's going to come home with a race win.
As we're just at the top of the hour, 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. You're watching Ultimate Dirt TV, the Windmill 125, brought to you by the Bluegrass Xfinity Series. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to like, hit the follow button, hit subscribe. Subscribe doesn't cost you a thing. Blake Hensley bring the field to their Geico restart zone here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. All right, next to the inside. Here we come to our restart. There's the restart zone. Green flag is out. We're back to racing here at Atlanta with the Bluegrass Xfinity Series. Good start for the 31 of Blake Hensley. He's on the outside, getting pushed by the 77 of Tyler Evans as they go into turn number 1. Hensley will go down to the inside line. He's going to pull in front of Radburn Shutters. There's Scott Fritz in third. Let's take a look at Scott Fritz there, still looking calm in that third spot. As they come out to number 4, now he's going to go to the outside. He wants the 77 give him push as he pulls alongside the 3 of Radburn Shutters, your race leader right now. Is Blake Hensley.
I think that is a position that Scott Fritz might want to be careful about being in. You know, he's got a teammate to his inside, or not his teammate to his inside, but he's got 2 drivers that are on the team, one to his inside, one behind him. Those 2 drivers are going to want to try to hook up. They're going to want to try to look for the gap for those 2 to get together. But he stuck his nose out there as those 2 continue to stay side by side. Scott Fritz now contending for the race lead once again.
Fritz and Hensley doing a good job. Look at Tyler Evans trying to get the outside to work with him. He's in that second car on the outside line in the 77. Getting pushed by the 55 of Kyle Mays, who led the majority of this race and won the stage. Kyle Mays into 55. Nathan Mascroft having a good run tonight, up 14 spots. And there's Michael Robinson, in the 18 machine. He's up 18 spots. Mo Abbott sitting there in the 8th position. A car number 48, the Cobalt Lowe's machine. Jim Alt made a mistake early in the race, had a pile up going into turn number 1, got sent to the rear. He's made his way back up to the 9th position, trying to keep out of trouble. There's Alex Penn running in 10th. Good job for Alex Penn as he looks to the inside of Alt as they come down the front straightaway. Alt with that spot momentarily. Scott Fritz now listed as your race leader on the outside, BJ.
Yeah, Fritz getting a good push from Tyler Evans allowed him to move forward there. Evans doing a great job tonight, keeping that number 77 clean, staying up towards the front the majority of the night out here. Fantastic job by him as Kyle Mays has worked his way back into that 5th position and starting to push that row as well. Over on the right-hand side of your screen there, you got a battle a little further back. That is the 7 car of Justin Winters and the 10 of Darius Boyd. Those 2 drivers are going to single file it back out. Try to get linked up with Travis Twitty up ahead of them. And the 34 Jason Bridges trying to catch back up to the pack.
You got to pay for a spotter So are you asking if you spot it for a driver, do you have to pay? The answer is no. You don't have to pay to spot. As a lot of these drivers do have spotters here, trying to guide them through, as they have a hefty payout at the end of the season. They make it to the championship round.
I don't know. I guess that depends on how you look at it, whether or not you got to pay. Because you got to pay for the sim to be a spotter.
True. But I'm assuming, if you're asking, you have it.
Yeah.
But assuming, you know what that does to us. If we assume, that makes a blank out of
you and me.
Yeah. Which that happens to Jason a lot, but we won't say anything. It's okay, Jason. And so we're still 2x2 up front. These drivers giving it everything they have, did a good job. As you look right now, Adam Lancaster currently in the 25th spot right now. You want to talk about a guy looking cool, calm, and collected. Let's take a look at him right now. He's just sitting there.
He's a lap down. They got 2 laps done, I believe, for Adam Lancaster. Not the position that he wants to be in at the moment, which is a good reason why you want to sit back and relax. Take it nice and easy. Bank on getting those cautions, but you want to get in position. You still want to race hard. You want to be as far forward as you can to make sure that nobody else is ahead of you to get that lucky dog position and get your lap back. So he's just staying relaxed right now, trying to stay forward, staying right tight with the lead pack. And, you know, he's got to be kind of out of his element in that number 17 machine, as he ran all season last season up towards the front. As we take a look on board once again with Scott Fritz in the 01 as he battles for that lead position.
Scott Fritz looking right there. He will take the lead. Blake Hensley now falls back to second. Look at these gauges, BJ.
See the gauges there. You know, another thing that I was just looking at is watch the little movements in his hands. Look at his hands on the wheel in the sim. Look at his hands on the wheel in real life. Look at how innately tuned iRacing has got this down to, and how identical it is. He's got slight turn in it, the very, very slight movements in the wheel, making constant corrections to that car as he runs over bumps and different things like that. It's just incredible at what iRacing has been able to accomplish out here, as the top 2, Scott Fritz, Blake Hensley, have just swapped the lines. Hensley to the outside of Fritz now.
Hensley trying to make something happen, trying to make him sweat as he's getting pushed. Looks like by Tyler Evans. Back to the side-by-side BJ. Taking a look there, Blake Hensley getting that push from Tyler Evans. Momentarily has that lead. We're on lap number 81 of 125 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Kyle Mays back in the mix in that top 5.
Shutters, he's been right there all night long. He's been inside the top 5 pretty much the entire night, along with Scott Fritz, Tyler Evans, Kyle Mays. All these guys, they've been right there. They've been within striking distance. But, you know, it's got to be one of the calmest runs we've seen out of Radburn Shutters. You were used to last season seeing him up front pretty much the entire night, just dominating the show. Right now, staying relaxed, staying calm. He's not led any laps here tonight, but he's been in position to be able to make a move if and when he needs to. Tyler Evans gets a little squirrely there coming down the front straightaway. It looked like manages to somehow still push Blake Hensley ahead of Scott Fritz.
Well, let's take a look at your Bluegrass Iracing sponsors. Huffman Designs, Buttkicker, Kinder Performance, J&J Gaming, and Elevated Outdoors. Next Level Racing sponsored the Hard Charger Clean Driver Award a week ago for the Truck Series. We go back to full screen as you look at Scott Fritz there trying to battle back on the inside from Blake Hensley. That 77 BJ is looking a little loose as they come out turn number 2. Fritz goes to the high side momentarily, almost shut the door in the 31, thought better of it, came back down to the inside.
Tires are starting to become a factor. Some of these drivers might have a little more wear than others. 77, you see him getting loose all over the place. You just mentioned starting to struggle with that. I think his tires are reaching the breaking point, if you will. Right there, a little bobble out of them once again. Pit stops are starting to be called out. Some of these drivers looking to head down pit road.
As they head down the back straightaway, Tyler Evans giving it everything he has to give Blake Hensley that push. As outside line's a little bit more formed than the inside line. As you look at the 3, that is Radburn Shutters. As he's starting to pull along against the 01 of Scott Fritz. These drivers did a pretty good job. As you look, there's still 2 around about 10 rows deep, and then they're single filed out just along for the ride, BJ.
Yeah, there's no reason, still quite a few laps to go, about 40 laps remaining, so there's no reason to continue to press. We see the 7 Justin Winters heading down pit road, adding to the drivers pitting under green flag. It's nice to see some green flag pit stops out here. Haven't seen a whole lot of that this season yet. Several drivers made their way down pit road, some of them coming back out on track now. Lead pack still running. See everybody on the lead pack now, though. They've all shuffled to the inside, showing that their pit stops are coming. They want to be on the bottom. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be stuck on that outside. If you're wanting to pit in the next few laps, Kyle Mays, Jim Ott, those guys by themselves out there. Wonder if they're looking for the gap or if they're planning on a later pit stop.
Well, one thing last night when they made green flag pit stops, it was kind of treacherous, so we got to pay attention to that when they make green flag pit stops up front. Between these drivers, as you look right now, Kyle Mays listed as your race leader. Blake Hensley to the inside. Mays getting pushed by Jim Alt. Jim Alt in that one machine. Kyle Mays trying to hold off Blake Hensley. Blake Hensley comes back on the inside. Let's talk about pit strategies. Let's take a look at it. It's been 22 laps since they last came down pit road for your lead pack. Also, if you take a look at the weather, the track temperature is 84 degrees. Air temp 78. Wind's blowing up 5 miles an hour. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the driver inputs. This is Blake Hensley. Let's take a look at it. Compared to other tracks, BJ, this is the inputs kind of flatlined almost. You see it a little bit.
Yeah, I think the gas pedal foot's just about dead. You see the little shifts right there, real small shifts. He's not even coming completely off the throttle as he's rolling through the turn up there towards the front, and he's just running nearly wide open. Now he's behind a driver. Watch the difference. Look at how much more change there is right there. There's a lot more up, down, up, down, up, down throughout that line as he is now hooked up to the back bumper of Kyle Mays. Found his way back to the lead once again. We've seen this from him all night long. He's got the most laps led here tonight. That 55 car looking incredibly strong. He's got his strategy in mind, and that is to stay out front. That is his goal.
Well, we take a look at the speeds as they headed to the turn. It was like 178. Blake Hensley at 170 as they come out of turn number 4. Let's look at the speeds down the front straightaway. 176, 177, 179. This is for Kyle Mays, your race leader, the 55. We'll take a look one more time. Oh, you had to get heavy on the binders there. For the 43 machine, that's going to stack up your front.
Yeah, could have gotten bad really quickly. 92 up in the wall, gets a little squirrely, manages to hold on to it, stay up there and out of the way. Good job by him. But this is where one of the things that you were talking about, it got treacherous getting on pit road, but not only that, but coming off pit road. We saw it a couple times last night, a couple wrecks happen from the driver coming off pit road and getting in front of the leaders on the back straightaway. One caution coming out from that I want to say it was CJ Mason was leading, got in the back of, I believe, Brian Terry as he was coming off pit road and started to head for the high side. Both drivers made the same read at the same time. Did not quite end well. So it's 2 factors for pit road for these guys to consider. And the track, Steve, it's not really wide. It's not as wide as, say, Daytona or Talladega, and it's much tighter corners, making a lot less room all the way around for these guys to be able to make evasive maneuvers and avoid drivers going on and off pit road.
Definitely right there. Their top 3 is Mays, Hensley, and Fritz. Rapper Shutters currently in that 4th spot. Nathan Mashcroft with the top 5. Then you got Tyler Evans and Bo Abbott. They are 6 and 7. Todd Mays and Alex Penn. And Jim Alt rounds out your top 10 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Windmill 125. Out front as they come out of turn number 2. Your top 3 single file. As Scott Fritz goes back to the outside trying to get something wounded back up on that vehicle. He wants to go back up front. He's trying to get Tyler Evans to come along with him. He needs Evans to close up that gap to get that momentum going.
Everybody single filing it out except for Fritz, Evans. Just a small handful of cars to the outside. Still waiting to see these guys come down pit road. Surprised to see them still out there running. But it looks like they're trying to split what's left of the stage in half as they continue on here. They last pitted on lap 66. So right now they're at 30 laps when they hit the stripe. That'll be the 30 lap marker. And they're looking right now right about 30 laps to go to the end of the stage. So these guys got to be looking here soon. They got to be thinking about it. They got to find that happy medium. You know, everybody's waiting on somebody else to call out the pit stop.
That's right. It's, you know, Kyle Mays, he has a song in his head, someone's knocking, should I let him in? Hell no, keep the door closed. You want Blake Hensley to stay behind her. As Kyle Mays is up front. Now look at the WAD. Getting a good run there, side by side with Radford Shutters. That's a battle for third on the racing surface. There you see Shutters to the inside, Fritz to the out, getting pushed by the 48 of Bo Abbott, and the 42 is right behind Bo Abbott, and that is Todd Mays. This is about turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The 55 getting pushed by Blake Hensley. Scott Fritz now alongside Blake Hensley. Hensley to the inside. You look how right there, the one gets close to the wall. A little different action going on. Next time by will be 25 laps to go, BJ. Or 26, I believe.
Yes, 26 to go when the drivers hit the stripe. But a little bit of an interesting development going on out here tonight. Jeremiah Hobbs has been issued a black flag for going below the apron line there. You see that double white line with a red line in between them. He's been issued a black flag for crossing that line. Requesting get it reviewed, was already reviewed and denied the clear on it. So he is going to have to deal with it. Leaders have just gone out the pit stop. Blake Hensley, Kyle Mays, other drivers in that front group have gone out their pit stop.
Well, this is where it got interesting last night. Look at it. Oh, Dilly. Oh, the 77 into the pit wall there. That was Tyler Evans. It gets gnarly coming down here on pit road. Let's look at when this lead pack comes down. How's it going to play out, BJ?
Hopefully better than the one that we just saw. Getting crazy on the pit road is a bit of an understatement. You got to think about how much speed these guys are carrying, how short it is compared to Daytona Talladega. Coming off of the turns heading down pit road, you see the owner Scott Fritz. Ooh, I think Scott Fritz might have been speeding on the pit road. There's Mo Abbott, the 6 of Nathan Mashcroft. All those guys coming down. Todd Mays out to the lead in the 42 all by himself. Not a position you want to be in. The 22 on the right-hand side. That's going to be Robert Malikian. Breaks loose, spins out on entry of pit road. That's not where he wants to be. He's already got damage at the front of that car. He's already having a bit of a struggle. Caution flag now waved. Steve, you said it. You called it. Drivers coming on pit road. That's where it's going to get hectic.
Oh, yes. James Silvers. Let's take a look at James Silvers. Oh, he just loses it coming out turn number 2. He was fixing to make his way onto the racing surface.
Yeah, carrying a lot of RPMs through there as you're shuffling through your gears. He hit that banking change, and when he did, there's a little bit of a hop usually in the left rear wheel when you hit that bank change right there. So a split second that wheel's not on the ground, so when it grabs again, that right there is exactly what happens. Just sends the car around. There's not a lot you can do about it. You're almost singing Jesus, take the wheel, Steve.
Definitely. You definitely don't want me singing that song to you. That's for sure. As Alex Carr coming down pit road along with Greg Carr. Todd Mays should take over your race lead as he comes out of turn number 2. Nathan Mashcroft actually kind of confused there. There's Todd Mays. He's listed in 3rd, BJ.
Yeah, Todd Mays was on pit road at the time the caution came out. Alex Carr, Greg Carr, those two were about to head down pit road. So once caution came out, they went down pit road. They're waiting on the 42 of Todd Mays to come around and come past them. But there is some things going on, some drivers getting black flags in different situations out there due to the changes between the green flag pit road to caution pit roads. And Todd Mays is going to, in fact, be put to the rear due to the timing of the caution. Unfortunate for Todd Mays, but that is the way it happens to fall here on iRacing.
So it looks like here, if I'm going to be a betting man, it looks like maybe the 6 of Nathan Mashcroft may be your race leader. We've got to wait till time and scoring kind of clears up right now, because it does have Greg Carr as your race leader, Todd Mays, Radburn Shutters, and Alex Carr. But Nathan Mashcroft is up to the bumper of that of Nick Leonard in the pace machine.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there, because even on mine, it shows Greg Carr 1 lap down in the race lead as well. So I'm very, very confused by that myself.
DJ, bring us to the green flag.
Well, soon as drivers figure out what is going on, Alex Carr, Greg Carr currently scored 1 and 2. Radburn Shutters receives the lucky dog, it sounds like. Still not sure what's going on. Timing is scoring all over the place right now. You see several drivers now heading around the pace car, getting their wave arounds.
Hang on, we're not going green.
One of the cars, not entirely sure, is in fact one of the lead cars. He is informing the drivers behind that he will have to serve a black flag when we come back to the green wave that we have waved off the restart. So Nick Leonard has turned the lights back on.
Definitely a little chaos going on here because of pit stops.
Trying to get caught up on it all.
Greg Carr into 25, your race leader, to 28 of Alex Carr. There, that's your front row. And BJ, which one did you say is going to serve a penalty?
The sounds like 28. The 28 of Alex Carr will be pitting.
Well, that kind of stinks because you really would want the 25 to swap spots with you, so that way it'd be a little bit easier to come down pit road, you would think.
Well, what I'm wondering is if these two are family, and if they are, you would think they'd be in communication saying, hey, trade me positions. But it does sound as though one of these drivers... Oh, okay, that was Gentile is having to slow down, pull over, and let everybody go by him. She's going to be sent to the rear, I believe, by iRacing. I think he might have been the one to get the lucky dog there.
Well, there's Nathan Mashcroft. He's around about 10 spots back in that third spot.
Yeah, timing and scoring is all over the board right now. We got Blake Hensley in. Scored right this second in 10th, and he is way, way back in the field. Not real sure what all is going on.
Well, the third row all back's going to be like a single file restart as Nick says, you know what, boys, I'm done. I'm going down pit road. Y'all figure it out. As Greg Carr brings us back to the green flag in the 25 machine. Remember, that 28 of Alex Carr going to have to serve a penalty. See the 11. He is a lap down. That's Ryan Chapman currently looking to the inside of your second place runner there.
I'm at a loss for words right now for the way iRacing has scored a lot of these drivers. Right there's the opening for the 28. He's going to move to the inside. He's calling it out, letting these guys know that he is heading down pit road. So Mashcroft's going to have to do some heads-up driving. There he goes. He's gone to the high side. Several drivers going with him, giving him plenty of room to take it down pit road. Good move by everybody there.
Well, Mashcroft moves in that second spot there as your race leader of Greg Carr out front. You look at the 17. That's Adam Lancaster looking to get one of his laps back, along with the 7 of Justin Winters, who's a lap down in that 16th spot, as they look to the outside of the 25 of Greg Carr. The 11's right there with them. And there's Nathan Mashcroft now pulling up to the back bumper of the 25 as they come out of turn number 4, coming to 18 laps to go. Mo Abbott in that 3rd spot there. And then you have Michael Robinson in 4th. And Jason Bridges with the top 5. As you look, let me look through here.
Top 4 drivers have finally started to get linked up as Steve looks back through a lot of our drivers that have been up towards the front all night longer. Now mired a lap down. Scott Fritz, one of those drivers, mired a lap down from everything going on right there with the green flag pit stops. 55 of Kyle Mays is also a lap down. He's the first car lap down along with Tyler Evans. There's several drivers that have been in the top all night long with 16 laps to go are now mired a lap down. Steve, I don't know who's going to win this one anymore. Everybody that's been up in the front is now a lap or more down.
Well, do we have a first-time winner or a first-time winner this season? The odds are looking pretty good for Greg Carr right now. So coming to 15 to go down the front straightaway. As there's Nathan Mashcroft. Look at the 18. Whoa, Nelly. That's kind of scary. Michael Robinson just shut the door on Mo Abbott there. As look at Jim Ott now made his way back up to that 4th spot on the outside. Currently running 2nd in points. Jim Ott in the 1. He's won a race this season already. As Greg Carr is your race leader. The 3 drivers on the outside line. The top 3 are there. They're a lap down. Trying to get a lap back the hard way. As you see the 28. He had to serve a penalty. Oh, he got close to Winters there. They got a little dicey. As they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway.
Ooh, getting a little antsy there once again as Greg Carr's going to slide in line. That was a tight squeeze between him and Jim Ott. Jim Ott now looking in the middle, looking to make it 3 wide. Once that lap car out of the way, he wants to get moving as he's following 3 other lap cars trying to move up and take position. There's the hit.
And they save it.
Yellow flag is out.
Yep, and caution flag will wave. Not sure what the caution was for. Everybody did look like everybody saved it. Didn't see anybody spin. Just really going to change things up though.
I think they threw it just to be on the safe side. As we take a look at what started it.
You see Jim Ott take a look to the inside of Greg Carr. Or not Greg Carr. The other car. Which car is that? Alex Carr. Contact was made. Shoots him down into Mo Abbott and Michael Robinson. And everybody scatters.
Greg Carr, your race leader with 12 laps to go. But BJ, what this is going to do now is allow all the lead lap drivers be together. So that's going to change things. As Michael Robinson, Jim Alt making their way down pit road along with Jason Bridges.
And Ryan Chapman in the 16th, he should be the lucky dog receiver. Or in 16th, should be the lucky dog receiver. You see him right there. There he goes, passing a pace car.
11 laps to go. Barney should give him the 1 to go signal next time. Nick Leonard is hoping to turn off these lights. Let's go green flag racing for 11 laps to include this race, as we're half past the hour here. On the East Coast, it is 10:30, and on the Central, it is 9:30 p.m. You're watching the Windmill 125, presented to you by the Bluegrass Iracing Series, live on Ultimate Dirt TV. You can watch it on Facebook or YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe, doesn't cost you a thing. Or simulcast live on the Bluegrass Facebook page and YouTube to there. You can also hit subscribe on their YouTube channel, doesn't cost you a thing. Catch them live. Anytime they're live, you can catch it. Send you a notification. And also, with over 27K followers, we're simulcast live on dirtfan.com. You definitely don't want to miss the conclusion of this race.
I don't even know who to say stands a chance for this race at this point in time. It has been all over the board. We've got somebody up leading, looking strong right now. The 25 Greg Carr looking really strong, and he's been quiet all night long. He's up 30 spots into that race lead, Steve. He kind of came out of nowhere. The caution, green flag, pit stops, all of it really playing strongly into his favor.
Oh, yes. Jason finally woke up across the floor once I told him how much the new pricing for broadcasting is.
Well, I mean, it's still cheaper than you charge me, so I get that friends and family additional charge on mine. So.
There's a little slobber on his cheek right now when he felt it hit so hard. He knocked the windmill out of his hand.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Take the mic, Jordan. Take the mic.
Great car. Bring us to the Geico restart zone. Nick Leonard down pit road. Here we come. Hopefully for the final restart tonight. 9 laps to go. When hit the start finish line right there. 9 laps to go for Greg Carr. Can he hold off Nathan Mashcroft? He's run to center as he goes into turn number 1. Goes to the bottom next to that white and red line there. Nathan Mashcroft wants to pick up his first win of the season in that number 6. He's looking to the outside, down the back straightaway.
He's got a threat. 2 cars behind him on that inside row. He's been fast all night long, been in the top 3, led quite a few laps throughout the night. Blake Hensley, he's in position, made his way back forward. He brought Radburn Shutters with him. Those 2 drivers been up at the front all night long, so these guys might be running at the front. They might be showing a lot of speed. They might be running strong, but the guys have been the fastest, set the pace throughout the night, are right there in the mix, ready to pounce, waiting on a mistake.
Well, coming to 7 laps to go this time. Carr on the bottom, Mashcroft up high. And you got to wonder, if you're sitting there in that 5th and 6th spot, what are you going to do? Oh, Nelly, the inside line kind of bobbles there. That's going to allow Mashcroft to clear Greg Carr. Mashcroft will take the lead coming out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Just took one little error for Mashcroft to get around the 25 machine. As now you look at Alex Penn in the 30 there. He's on the outside. He knows the outside's strong, but you know what? Here comes the 25 car back onto the hip pocket of the 6 as we have 6 laps to go going into turn number 1.
Mo Abbott hits that apron. That's a dangerous place to be. We saw it last night for West Wigan in the 88, but he managed to hold on to it. Does gap him a little bit from Greg Carr, but Carr Mascroft both looking really strong right now, looking in position where they want to be. I'm actually surprised not to see any bonsai blocks here with these guys jumping up to the high side, jumping down to the bottom side, trying to keep everybody else behind them. But ooh, it looked like Carr was going to take a peek, but he had to back off as Mascroft closed the door.
Well, the butt kicker 5 to go. Here comes Alex Penn on the high side, down the back straightaway. Penn pulls along this 6 of Nathan Mashcroft, their race leader. I don't think Mashcroft even won last season, BJ.
Now, I don't believe we did see him in victory lane, but he's in good position to do it right now, being contested by Alex Carr. Carr had him at the stripe that time. Mashcroft's going to take back over, heading into turn number 1. Things are getting antsy. 4 laps to go. Contact is made. Pin around.
Right there in front of us, and Carr around 2. That is
Mashcroft is going to claim it as well. If Mashcroft claims this, gets the penalty, he's going to be sent to the rear. That's going to dash Mashcroft's hopes for this as we're going to head into overtime here.
Let's take a look right here. Well, I don't know if that was really Mashcroft. Just looking at quickly right there, but we'll... Let's see. Going into turn number 1. Look at it from this angle. Oh, he gets in underneath the white and yellow line there, and the rear end starts to come around. So, yes, it's Nathan Mashcroft. And then Carr had nowhere to go. Gets in the back of him.
Oh.
But I'm not sure how the 30...
That's some interesting stuff there. Nobody near the 30.
We'll call that guilty spin.
Yeah. He felt bad. The other 4 were getting in contact, or the other 3 were getting in contact with it. So his car just went. That wow. I want to say a word we're not allowed to say, but man, that was massive of it.
It definitely was. Internet connection.
Yeah. An internet contact.
There you go. Coming out of turn number 2. It started going in turn number 1. It ends up in turn number 2. Quite a few drivers involved. So that did start with Nathan Mashcroft getting below the white and red lines there that gets the rear end loose. We're going to see what race control does. Carr had nowhere to go but in the back of him to push him into the 42 of Todd Mays.
Waiting to get word from race control to whether or not Nathan Mashcroft's going to go to the rear. If he does, it gives the lead to Todd Mays. Look at Mo Abbott, no rear end on that number 48 machine, but he's right there, right in the mix. I believe he actually lost on that caution.
And look there, there's Radburn Shutters in 5th. He has a chance to win. You got Justin Ray. I mean, he's missing half the front end of that vehicle, currently running in that 4th position.
A lot of these drivers got contact from that caution. I can't help but wonder if that is what caused some of the damages, some of the insane damages we see on these things, but
all right, Nick Leonard says, you know what, boys? Let's go back to racing. So Nathan Mashcroft will have a chance to win tonight. Todd Mays has a chance on the outside. Row number 2 be Mo Abbott and the 38 of Justin Ray. Then you got Radburn Shutters and Michael Robinson there. And there's Greg Carr. He's mired back in the 8th position. We haven't talked much about Travis Twitty. He's up 26 spots in that 10th position.
Steve, I think he's got the cleanest car in the top 10 right now.
He does, but don't say that.
Steve, I think he's tore up.
You know, last night we said he had to clean his car and coming to the checkers. As Nick Leonard normally says in the pace car, a clean car is a happy car.
It's been a little while.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Oh, Nick Litter turns on the lights again on the pace vehicle as Barney sees something he don't like. Let's see what unfolds here.
I believe things might still be getting looked at from that caution from race control. Still making decisions here.
All right, Nathan Mashcroft getting sent to the rear. Bo Abbott will resume or take over the race lead for the restart. Lights are going out. It's going to be a green-white checkered here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Well, I mean, we kind of knew it. We saw on the replay where he went below the white and red line there to got the rear end loose. Car had nowhere to go but into him. And that started the whole melee. And actually, this is something that kind of different. I guess Mo Abbott's going to choose the outside, or did they give the lead to Todd Mays?
They gave the lead to Todd Mays and allowed Todd Mays to choose his line. So he ducked down to the inside. Mo Abbott gracefully took the outside.
Well, I will say this. No, I won't say this. I will be quiet. Gotta be consistent. I'm gonna get a spanking.
So Todd Mays in control of the field as we head around here to the Geico restart zone. Lights are out on the pace car.
Nick Leonard. Barney gonna get me the no-no stick after this race. Oh. One thing that Jason is doing is being consistent. Green flag is back out. That's something that Jason Collins strives for, is to be consistent here in the Bluegrass Iracing series. As Todd Mays is out front, there you see Radburn Shutters and the 48 of Mo Abbott.
Mo Abbott, the damages to the rear of that car really taking effect right there. You see him dropping back and dropping back quickly. The race is on, looking three wide. Radburn Shutters in that outside wall, doesn't lose any momentum, but cars are wrecking. Caution flag's going to wave. We're going to go into double overtime.
Double O's. Jim Malt.
Double O2.
Yeah.
Big wreck there. Everybody shuffling around. Wrecked cars, clean cars, all mixed together, trying for everything they had. And Calamity Corner, it happened once again.
Oh, the 29, Travis Twitty. 34, Jason Bridges. Pin involved. The 1 involved. The 55 involved. Mashcroft involved.
I'll take the blame on Twitty being involved in that one. I might have said what I shouldn't have said and jinxed him.
But look at Michael Robinson went to the race lead in the 18 machine. Nick Leonard leading the field in that pace vehicle.
The 30 car requested EOL for damages, that being Alex Penn. So leader right now being scored is Michael Robinson. Todd May scored in second. Radburn Shutters third. Justin Ray fourth. Mo Abbott fell back to that fifth spot. Darius Boyd doing a good job for himself. He's up 29 spots into sixth. He is right this moment our biggest mover of the race.
All right, lights are back out. We're going to try this one more time. Here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, you're watching the Bluegrass Xfinity Series, the Windmill 125.
You know, Steve, only 1 out of 5 cars that I would have guessed could win this race, only 1 out of 5, is left in position to do it inside the top 5.
Definitely.
I don't know what to think of this one.
Well, it's going to be exciting.
Already is exciting.
Michael Robinson choosing the inside. Todd Bays to the outside. Row number 2 be Radburn Shutters and Justin Ray. Coming to the Geico restart zone.
Green flag, green flag.
Michael Robinson will fire. Looked like a bit of a slower start for everybody on that one right there. Radburn Shutters sticks with him. Todd Mays on the outside. He's not letting him go either. Stays right there beside of Radburn Shutters. Mo Abbott still in the mix right there. He's being pushed at the moment. Looks like Darius Boyd behind him. Surprised at the speed that the 48 is running with right now with all the damages on the car. Look at the 38 of Justin Ray. No front end on that thing, but he is contending for a top 5 right now. Todd Mays in the 42 now starting to fall back.
The final time to head into turn number 1. Look at the 18Es out front. Radburn Shutters to the outside, or to the inside of Mo Abbott. Oh, we got one loosey-goosey. And we got wrecked down the back straightaway. Jim Alt involved, but we continue to stay green for the final time. Coming out of turn number 4, picking up the first win of the season. And car number 18, give it to Michael Robinson. Second place going to Radburn Shutters, Mo Abbott, Ryan Chapman. How about that? Up 25 spots coming home. In 4th, Kyle Mays in the 55 will end up with the top 5.
Wow, what a finish. Never knew at any point in time from the stage break on, it seemed like who was going to be able to come home with the win. And a driver who just happened to be there at the end, Michael Robinson. Quiet throughout the night, come home with a race win. Fantastic job by that driver.
Definitely it is and was. Michael Robinson in the GameStop number 18. Giving some victory donuts there. So we take a look at your official results on the board. Michael Robinson coming home with the win. Radburn Shutters the second. Third will be Mo Abbott. Fourth will be Ryan Chapman. Fifth will be Kyle Mays. Sixth will be Todd Mays. Seventh will be Darius Boyd. Eighth will be Justin Winters. Ninth, Nathan Moshcroft. 10th will be Justin Ray. 11th tonight will be Alex Penn. Travis Twitty will come home 12th. 13th will be Jim Alt. Blake Hensley 14th. Robert Melikium there in 15th. Brett Carr in 16th. 17th will be James Silvers. Alex Carr in 18th. Coming home in 19th tonight will be Drew Rowe. Then you got Adam Lancaster rounding out your top 20.
It's going to be Tyler Evans, Jordan Slater, Scott Fritz, Chuck Gentile, Jason Bridges, your top 25. And you got Alan Duranco, Coleman Jewelry, Jason Erson, Bobby Mays, Jeremiah Hobbs, your top 30, Scott Hara, Brandon Broadfoot, Brad Gebhardt, Sean Kostritza, Bryce Hunter, 35th, Robbie Richards, Tony Iverson, Justin Diltz, Brian Oshel, and Keith Hackney, rounding out the 40 cars to take the starting grid. Dylan Merriam did not take the starting grid.
All right, we'll be right back after his commercials with post-race interviews. Don't want to miss out. Welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. You're watching the Bluegrass Xfinity series as we're with your race leader, Michael Robinson, picking up the win. Michael, from Riverside, California. Let me tell you, the last couple laps, you came out of like nowhere, it seemed like, to take that lead.
Yeah, just been back in the pack, just bring my routine. I'm still surprised that I came up this far. Especially a lot of wrecks happened today, but I've just been playing smart and see where it took me all the way up to the finish. See a lot of lap cars. Well, like a lot of cars had damaged everything, and I was like, on the person was clean. I was like, you know what? I just gotta take it. So I just been greedy at towards the end and just being in the right position at the right time.
Well, that's going to lock you in to the playoffs with this win. So, how's that help your mindset going in later on in the playoffs in the season?
Oh yeah, just keep the momentum going. Just can't stop here because I know because I got this first win under my belt now. So hope I get plenty more to come during the season.
Well, go ahead. Thank your fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
Well, I have no sponsors, but I like to thank Jeremiah Hobbs, my teammate, my best friend Justin. He been watching it ever since I've been in the league. According to you guys are doing an amazing job. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Alex Healy because a couple of times I've been watching the podcast. He has picked me a couple of times, but I just never accomplished his questions and everything. But Alex Healy, you watching this? This one's for you.
All right. Michael Robinson coming home victorious here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Well, BJ's caught up with the third place finisher.
That's right. I've caught up with Moab, driver of the 48. Man, what a run you had tonight. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but you had no rear end left on that car at the end of the night.
Yeah, we were collected, I think, 4 times tonight in some crazy incidents. From the first one to the last one, we barely squeezed by there and didn't get any major damage. But yeah, I'm looking at the replay right now, and that rear end's done. We're a little low on speed too. I don't know. We had some motor damage or what, but maybe it was just the draft or the aero on the car wasn't right. So driving by myself, it wasn't really fast, but as long as we stayed in the draft and side drafted and all that, it was doing all right.
We were able to make it work. Come home in a third place spot. Tell us a little bit about the race, trying to work your way forward and recover from those wrecks.
Yeah, I mean, new track, so I think it's these cars are fun. I think to drive here, in my opinion. Too wide, just wide open the whole time. Cars get a little sideways if you run too much on old tires, so there is tire strategy here too. Unlike Daytona and Talladega, you can basically just not take tires if you don't want to. Really hard to pass. You gotta work those pit strategies and try to get your runs and time them. And yeah, like you guys saw, a lot of cautions, and luckily kept the car in one piece, even though we had some damage on it. Wasn't as pretty as it looked when it started, but. We were at 16x there for quite some time because we got 4 damages or 4x on each one, so we're also a little scared. Just one little more tap would have got us at 2x and got in the black. So luckily we made it through all that and we got a top 3.
You managed to pull it off. You managed to avoid that extra incident there. Go ahead and thank your sponsor, Shots. Everybody who helped make that possible.
Oh yeah, man! It's just really my teammate and I, Scott Fritz. He got a little unlucky there on that last pit stop. He ran out of fuel and then got a speeding entering, so that got him 2 or 3 laps down. But he always helps me out on strategy and what works, what doesn't. Besides that, obviously Jason for running the Bluegrass League, and you guys once again putting on a good show week after week for us. Appreciate y'all.
Alrighty, and that was Mo Abbott. Steve?
Thank you.
Alrighty. He barely made it out of the trailer. Coming home in second tonight, Radburn Shutters. Congratulations on your second place finish.
What's up, guys? Thanks. Good to talk to y'all again.
Yeah, good to talk to you. We talked about a lot of your hard luck you had throughout. You know, ran up front, just seemed to couldn't capitalize last season towards the end, but trying to rebound from that. You know, you said you're going to come for the championship this season.
Yeah, totally a slow start so far. We got to build up to what we want to do.
But last season, it was a fast start and slow down towards the end. So maybe it's the opposite effect.
At this point in the season, we can only hope. we want to get it done later because so far it's not been the best racing out of the number 3 car this year. I blame the number change, honestly, but we might just pull it together later on. We don't know.
I got faith in you.
Yeah, at this point right now, I'm just trying to talk to y'all every week. If we can do that, man, we'll be golden.
Definitely. So what's the strategy? You know, we're off next week. What's the strategy after that?
I don't know. Probably gonna turn some laps at Iowa and see what we can do there. You know, I'm excited for the road course, so I'm excited for Coda the week after that. Plan on getting some practice in for it, and just kind of hanging in there and not getting too stressed out until we ain't won a race and there's 1 or 2 races to go at the end of the season. Points ain't looking good. Points ain't going to be good enough to get me in if I keep up at this rate. So,
well, go ahead and thank those fine sponsors making it all possible for you.
yeah, we're going to thank Function Junction, Aerial Pros of Western North Carolina, Sorrells Marathon Garage, Mountain View Detailing, and BK Paints. And I'm going to thank my awesome girlfriend and everybody at Cornerstone for all the new guys. Man, have really done a good job so far this year. Can't say enough about all of our new pickups, man. Everybody just doing the thing with Cornerstone, dude. It's a good thing to see us growing, and hope to carry on this type of momentum the rest of the season.
All righty. That is Radburn Shutters coming home in second tonight.
Appreciate it, guys.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Well, BJ, we got one more race. That's tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern with the Bluegrass Cup Series. If it's anything like the first 2 nights, it's definitely going to be interesting. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Until then, I'm Steve Mill along with BJ Duvall. We're going to sign off, say good night, and God bless.